You know, in stand-up comedy, they say whatever makes you angry is great content for comedy. And there's so many things that make me angry. But one of them is people giving unsolicited advice when you're telling them something that is emotional. So for example, let's say your partner's just had a bad day at work. They come home to you and they're venting about how Michelle was a fucking bitch, and they're like, oh my god, Michelle, like, why does she always do this, all this stuff? And your response is to try and fix the situation, which is what most men try and do. Guilty as charged. And then you're like, well, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? And she just gets more frustrated as you tell her what she should be doing to solve the situation. The biggest lesson that I learned as a man with women, this is especially for women, is when a woman is venting to you and she's emotional, the worst thing you can do is give her advice on how to fix her situation. Because what does she actually want in that moment? She wants validation. Now, what does validation mean? Validation is basically she wants you to notice the emotion she's experiencing and relate to that and let her know that it's okay to feel that emotion. So that looks like this. Oh, you know, fucking Michelle, like, why? She's stressing me out. Like, she did it again. Like, she's always trying to undermine me. Like, oh, she's so annoying. That's what the woman said, right? Now you, as the guy, for example, you would say, oh, it sounds really frustrating, sounds really annoying. Like, Michelle, like, why is she doing that to you? That's crazy. Now you're relating to her feelings, right? You're letting her know it's okay for her to be annoyed, be frustrated. You're not trying to fix anything. You're just relating to how she feels. And this is super powerful because this is a form of validation. So you're not giving advice. When you give advice, it's actually invalidating. It's the opposite. So that's why if you've ever been in an argument, it just escalates and gets more and more heated, even though you're trying to solve the problem. You're like, wait a minute, I'm trying to solve the problem here and you're getting up at me, you're arguing even more. Like, I don't get it, I'm on your side. But it doesn't feel like you're on her side because she doesn't feel validated. You don't understand her, right? And she'll probably say that to you too. You don't understand me. You don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to fix it, but that's not how it works. All right. So just don't give unsolicited advice. And you know, when people give you unsolicited advice, it just doesn't feel good. It's like, I didn't ask for your advice. Like when you're emotional, for example, let's say something happens and you just feel like really anxious or you feel really sad about something and someone tries to fix it. Like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And you're, no, I just want you to listen to me and hear me. Everyone wants to feel seen, heard, and understood. And so that's one of the biggest complaints, biggest things that pisses me off in the world is, you know, people try and solve your problems when you don't want the problems to be solved because, again, people want autonomy over their own life, right? So everyone wants to feel like they're in control of their own life. So when you try and solve their problem for them, they feel powerless. And that's not a nice feeling. Like no one wants to feel like they're out of control with their own life. Oftentimes, it's best to just hold the space, validate them, let them know that it's okay to feel how they're feeling. If they're crying, let them know, look, it's okay to cry, you know, let it all out. It's all good, you know, just hold that space, let them feel that emotion and then be there for them and validate them. And then you'll see the reaction is way better than trying to give them advice and trying to fix it. All right, so I thought I'd share that with you. If you want more help on this, click the link below, or you can DM me on Instagram at @TheRealDarko, or you can just click the link in the description here and get more information and we can hop on the call. All right, so I'll talk to you soon. My name is Aaron. Ciao.